I'm ready.
With the second pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions take wide receiver Calvin Johnson, Georgia Tech.
The number 2 pick in the 2007 NFL Draft scored his first touchdown in his first game and eventually would become the best wide receiver in Lions history.
Calvin Johnson! Oh, baby, he is hot today!
I told him that if in doubt, throw it to you.
Calvin Johnson! Oh, Megatron! Got Calvin out there. He's gone, baby! Megatron, you are crazy! How about that? Calvin goes up, pulls it in, touchdown Detroit Lions! What a catch by Megatron! How good is he, man?
A silent superstar, the man they called Megatron did his talking on the field.
Unbelievable!
Johnson holds nearly every receiving record in franchise history, including most receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
What a play by Megatron! Megatron, oh man! Megatron, you are solid, man! Did he make the catch? You bet he did!
Before he retired, number 81 broke 15 NFL records, including most receiving yards in a season.
Got him! Touchdown, Detroit Lions! Got Calvin, there's the record. Calvin turning the corner to 30, 35-40, and runs out of bounds to the 45-yard line. Megatron into the history books, breaking Jerry Rice's all-time record for receiving yards in a season.
Calvin Johnson, I would venture to say one of the best we've ever seen.
During his career, Johnson made 6 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro teams, and was arguably the game's best wide receiver.
I have never met a humbler, harder working, outstanding player than you are.
Fittingly, he retired as he played, with quiet dignity and excellence.
What's going on, Lions fans? What's going on, people? It's another edition of the Ace Takers Grandstand, second video of the new season. I'm about to hit y'all with some training camp stuff, just some more thoughts of what I think of this upcoming season, man. I just wanted to do a new video, but before I really begin, I really need to address 2 things, and it's in support of my Detroit versus Everybody homies. The One Pride Riders, Man Beast, and Hitman. They just made a couple. Well, they ain't just making, but they made like a couple of videos in the last week that I really want to address in my video because it's something that I've been wanting to address as well. You know, I actually want to make separate videos on this shit, but just didn't have the time for it, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about it now. But you know, also shout out to Dante Chase. I see you've been making videos, been watching them. LB, keep doing your thing, man. I'm just, man, you know, man, LB, man, your videos, man, always keeps me watching something, man. Like, I know I could go on YouTube every day or every other day. I know I could watch a few videos that you had made and get some realistic analysis about the Pistons, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll tell you what, these national motherfuckers, and that's about to be the first thing that I go over. It's a video 303 Hitman made about the fucking national coverage about the Lions. I'm going to pertain this also to Detroit teams in general. National media coverage sucks when it comes to covering Detroit. It really does, man. Detroit sports teams don't get no fucking respect. You know what I'm saying? Starting with the Red Wings, man. They couldn't wait for the Red Wings to start, you know, to stop their run of dominance after a 15-year run that they had back in from like the mid-90s to 2010 when the Blackhawks took over. Like, they really, man, I'll tell you, man, they really couldn't wait to get on the Red Wings now. All they do is talk trash about the Red Wings. And the Red Wings used to be that team that you could put on a pedestal here in Detroit. But I knew it was all fake Kool-Aid. It was fake Coke. You know what I'm saying? It was fake shit, man. They wasn't really appreciating the Red Wings, man, because as soon as the Red Wings started having some quick outs in the playoffs or whatever, they started getting on this fucking team, man. Laughing at the Red Wings and shit like that. Well, fuck you if y'all been doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? Fake ass motherfuckers, man. And then the Tigers, you know, as much as they've been making the playoffs over the last 10 years, you know, even went to 2 World Series or whatever, they act like they ain't shit either, man. They don't even put Miggy Cabrera like in a real high pedestal. All they talk about right now is the same 2 motherfuckers, Bryce Harper, Chris Bryant. There's only 2 motherfuckers they talk about all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? You don't even hear shit about Miggy. Miggy Cabrera gonna go down as one of the greatest hitters of all time, man. But they don't even talk about this nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? So damn disrespectful when it comes to Miggy Cabrera, man. Fuck them motherfuckers when it comes to the Tigers. Then the Pistons. Oh, it's even worse because the NBA is by far the worst league when it comes to media coverage and fandom. Like, it is the worst because there's so many shit talkers when it comes to this fucking sport. And it's a superstar-driven league, so it's even worse. After the last era of the Pistons, man, like after about that 2008-2009 season, dog, you know, when a lot of the Piston players started departing from the teams, Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey, Rip Hamilton, all of these niggas started departing from the team. They just started trashing this fucking team, dog. And it even got to a point where they just stopped talking about the Pistons, period. You know, they just started talking back about the Pistons this year. The only thing that if they talk about the Pistons, it's just drumming. You know what I'm saying? That was it. And then when the Pistons finally made the playoffs, they still didn't get no respect. They act like the Pistons didn't give the Cavaliers all they can handle. Even LeBron, like my man Manbeast mentioned in the video, his last video, LeBron said that they gave us all they could handle in those 4 games. That's like one of the hardest 4-game sweeps you'll ever fucking see. The Pistons was in every game until the last few minutes, and we all know because they're a young team, they wasn't able to close at least a couple of them games out. You know what I'm saying? But the Pistons gave them all they can handle. It's just like my Raptors, man. Gave them all they could fucking handle. The only team the Cavaliers really dominated that whole playoff run was the Hawks. Alright? It was only the Hawks. The Cavaliers are still trying to figure their shit out as the playoffs are going along, man. They really was. And so I got tired of that. And it is almost like they didn't make the fucking playoffs, the Pistons, because they still getting disrespect going into the next year. You know what I'm saying? The second thing I'm about to talk about is Manbeast's recent video about Bulls and Knicks fans talking shit about, you know, the Pistons and shit. I'm about to get on that in a second too. Alright. But that's some fucking bullshit. But let me continue on, because the worst of the blunt, and this is nothing that's actually changed. It's been like this since I've been a fucking Lions fan. The disrespect of the fucking Detroit Lions. Alright? I'm getting so fucking tired of this bullshit, man. I really am. And it's worse when it comes to the NFL Network and ESPN. Because I know what to expect out of ESPN now, it's not as big of a deal when it comes to ESPN anymore to me. Because they don't talk about the Lions. Anyways, I have more of a problem with the NFL Network because sometimes they actually do talk about the Lions, And when they do, they laugh at us. And the recent shit really started with when Ziggy Ansah, like I told y'all in my last video, if y'all didn't already know about it before that, Ziggy Ansah was the only Lion named to the top 100, that shitty ass top 100 list that had Cam Newton as the number one player. That list already straight fucking garbage, already straight fucking trash by you just having Ziggy Ansah number one. I mean, Cam Newton number one. Scam Newton. Like Scam Newton is the best fucking quarterback in the league or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Best fucking quarterbacks in the league would have won that fucking Super Bowl last year. Alright? He still can't. They always put the quarterbacks ahead of Tom Brady, even with Peyton Manning. As much as I hate Peyton Manning, even when he was in the league, they still was putting quarterbacks over them two niggas. There was never anybody, and there still isn't anybody better in this day that's ever been better than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning when these two niggas was playing. Peyton Manning in his prime back in the 2000s. Brady, pretty much Tom Brady ever since he got in the fucking league. Maybe the first few years he was more of a game manager, and then he elevated his game a lot more in the coming years after that. But this nigga, they've been putting Aaron Rodgers over him, Andrew Luck over him, Cam Newton last year. They always got to feel the need to put quarterbacks over Tom Brady when nobody has ever been better than him. Never. Not even for a season. Never has been better than Tom Brady. He only didn't play 1 year, and that was in 2008 because of his torn ACL. Alright? Nobody has been better than fucking Tom Brady. Can you stop putting these goddamn fucking quarterbacks ahead of Tom Brady? Alright? I'm not even going to do, as much as I'm a homer for Matthew Stafford, I will never do that with Matthew Stafford. I will never say he was better than Tom Brady. The only quarterback that truly came close to Peyton Manning and Tom Brady was Drew Brees. He was the only one in that period of time. Alright? The only one that ever really touched anything close to these two niggas. Alright? The rest of these niggas are fucking frauds, man. Ben Roethlisberger, he's okay. He's okay. Phillip Rivers, they're okay. But my problem with Phillip Rivers, he don't win that much. You know, like go to Super Bowl and all that shit. Ben Roethlisberger, he been up there, but there's been some mediocre spots for Ben Roethlisberger. But the rest of these niggas, like Aaron Rodgers, he got exposed last year. I told y'all about Aaron Rodgers a long time ago. Like, he's a fucking fraud. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all about some of these niggas a long time ago. They want to act like they're the top quarterbacks in the league, but they really ain't. You know who was actually more legit than these motherfuckers was Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer been actually more legit than a lot of these motherfuckers that they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I was so wishing he had went to the Super Bowl with Scam Newton last year because I knew they was just gonna dick ride Cam Newton off to the cows come home because he's a flashy ass. You know what it is? Because he's a flashy ass black quarterback, dog. You can market him like you did with Michael Vick. All this other shit. He's a controversial quarterback, so you can make money off this nigga. All this other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfuckers are frauds. But let me get back to the NFL Network, and they just horrible fucking coverage on the fucking Lions. So let me tell y'all something. I was watching one of their morning shows. Dude, they've gone through so many goddamn names for y'all know what I'm talking about, that morning show, that weak ass morning show they got. I think it was called like NFL AM, NFL HQ, Game Day Morning, whatever the fuck it's called. They went through so many goddamn fucking names, so many goddamn fucking hosts. They don't know what the fuck they want to do with that show. I believe nobody watches that show. I know I barely watch it. I had it on there last week. It was something I was doing. Because usually around that time, I'll watch something else like First Take or whatever, or Kelly Ripa or some shit. I usually be watching something else around that time, man. I usually don't be watching that bullshit. But I had it on there last week, mainly because they was talking about the Vikings. And I knew they was going to talk about the NFC North if they was talking about the Vikings. And they was talking about who's the biggest challenges to the Vikings. Okay, so they said the Packers. I said I agree with that. You know, the Packers, until somebody actually takes them down, they're going to be probably the biggest contenders in this division. I do believe their window is closing. As much as I hate these motherfuckers, I gotta admit that shit. Here was the problem. It wasn't even that. They brought up the Detroit Lions. This dude brought up the Detroit Lions like in a laughing matter. He was like, how about the Detroit Lions? If any of y'all Lions fans was able to catch that last week, let me know. Because I wanted to make a video that day. I wanted to record it. But usually when I record shit, I gotta restart my computer because my video recording program always fucks up. Like, it's so glitchy and buggy, man. The videos always freeze. It got errors on them or some shit when I try to edit them. All this bullshit. But I would have had to restart it and it was too late because I had to keep my computer open too, so I couldn't restart it at the time. I think I was either uploading or rendering something. I was doing something for work. And I could not restart it. So I wanted to record that and make a video on it last week. So what ended up happening was I watched the segment. The dude said, what about the Detroit Lions? He had like he said it like in a joking manner, like he knew what the reaction was going to be. And one of the dudes said, he started laughing like, hey, they got a good auto industry. Really, motherfucker? Really? 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 We're a fucking joke now? We're fucking joke? We're fucking joke? He said, what about the Detroit fucking Lions? And the two dudes laughs. They talking shit. Somebody said, they ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody. They ain't got Calvin Johnson no more. And then what really poured salt into the wound with the disrespect, like it was like this nigga was on a mission to completely shut down the fucking Lions. The one nigga said, oh, I think the Chicago Bears are going to be better. The basement team of the division, a team that's still rebuilding, is going to be better than the Lions this season. Wow. Wow. When I heard that, I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Really? Really, NFL Network. And what pisses me off, I know the Vikings won the division last year, but they are still on our level. They are not on the Packers level just yet. Even though they won the division against them, there's a lot of history they got to catch up with these fucking niggas. Vikings need to do this year in, year out, winning the division. They got a good defense. Everybody knows that. That's a legit part. But Teddy Bridgewater is not better than Matthew Stafford. He's not even in the same league. Okay? The nigga could barely throw the goddamn football. Alright? The nigga, they call him check down Teddy for a reason. He's a game manager. Alright? And I said it, if the Vikings go backwards this year, it will be because of Teddy Bridgewater. Because I got a feeling the Vikings aren't going to be as good as they were last year. I think that playoff loss is going to get to them this year. And I believe Adrian Peterson will slow down a lot. Because the reason why Adrian Peterson was so effective last year, because he had the whole year off. He had a chance to rest his body up. He's a year older. Father Time is against him. He's already at an age right now where usually running backs start retiring. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of wear on his tail, a lot of wear and tear on that body from last year. He still fumbles the football. Adrian Peterson, best year is behind him. Last year was the best you're going to see of Adrian Peterson. You will never see that Adrian Peterson again. All right, he will be a shell of himself the next how many other seasons he wants to play. You know, Calvin Johnson retired, but if anybody should have fucking retired, it should have been this motherfucker here. It should have been that motherfucker there. Okay. Like, the Minnesota Vikings on both networks, ESPN and NFL Network, they get their share of attention. They get the Dick Rider attention. My man 3-on-3 Hitman put it best. These are Hollywood fucking networks. All they do is focus on the stars. All they do is focus on the goddamn Dallas Cowboys. Same goddamn teams over and over and over and over and over again. And if they talk about the goddamn Denver Broncos, who no one gives a shit about, everybody knows they're not going back to the Super Bowl, so why the fuck you keep covering this goddamn team like they some fucking contender? You know what I'm saying? That's why they went all in and win that Super Bowl, because they knew that was it. That was Peyton Manning's last year. They knew that was it. Okay? That team is about to be in full rebuilding mode. Okay? This is why people have been picking the Raiders and Chiefs out of the AFC West. I even think the Chargers got a better chance than the Broncos to make the playoffs this season. If any teams out of the Chiefs and Raiders were to make the playoffs in that division. It's just so fucked up, man. I mean, just the disrespect. They talk about the same goddamn 8 teams all the time. They dick ride them. But when it comes to every other team, they got something smart to say about them. They don't even cover them. My man Brian Luce. Shout out to my man Brian Luce in the comment section. I'm going to get to that All or Nothing. You said the last day it was free. It was on August 1st. I will be watching it before, when's August 1st, by the way? Is that Sunday or Monday? Oh, Monday. I got till Monday to watch it. I will be watching that before Monday. Because I got Amazon Prime, and usually when it's free, I got to take advantage of it. I do not want to pay for it if I don't have to. But they barely even covered the Arizona Cardinals who went to the NFC Championship game. Arizona Cardinals been like a really good contender team like the last 10 years. They got a star coach and Bruce Arians, but they barely get any fucking coverage. Patrick Peterson been one of the best fucking quarters the last 5 years. Yet you don't hear about him. You don't fucking hear about him. Shit is fucking ridiculous, man. Tyrann Mathieu, dude, the absolute fucking beast at safety, man. Barely getting any fucking coverage, though. The fuck, man? Shit. Get tired of that bullshit. That's all really, like, NFL Network irritates me more than ESPN right now. Because, first of all, they trying to be like ESPN. They need to be, since they're a league-owned network, like, NBA TV and NHL Network, the dedicated sports channels like that, MLB Network is kind of okay with they talking heads, but NBA TV does a pretty good job at it. Like, all of the shit talking usually comes from ESPN and TNT, even though TNT, I believe they own, Turner Sports owns NBA TV now, but still, like, NFL Network needs to concentrate on NFL films. Like, they do a great job with the NFL film stuff. I was just watching NFL Yearbook last week. I always love watching NFL Yearbook, team highlights, whatever. Matter of fact, if I get it, my girl Lindsay Lasanti sent me the part of the yearbook that they had. I might put that at the beginning. I might put something on that from the beginning. If I remember to do it in this video, I'll do it. But yeah, man, it's just these networks are fucking trash, man. And on to what Man Beast was talking about with the NBA real quick. There was some haters coming after him, some Chicago Bull and Knicks fans, and let me just tell y'all niggas this, man. Let me just tell y'all niggas this. These motherfuckers, just because they had, some victories in the offseason, getting washed up D-Wade, getting, I can't control myself, Rajon Rondo, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting Derek, I'm delusional as fuck, I'm still fucking hurt, Derrick Rose. Carmelo, I can't lead this Knicks team at all, Anthony. Brandon, I was such a fucking bum with the Pistons that I fell off, I disappeared, fucking Jennings. And then Joe King. Even though I kind of like Joe King though, but Joe King, I'm a poor man's version of Robin Lopez, Satchel Bob looking ass nigga Noah. You know what I'm saying? All of these washed up ass niggas are supposed to change the look of the team. Kristaps Porzingis is one of the most overrated rookies of all time. Kristaps Porzingis got fucking hurt. You couldn't even catch that nigga in the game in the second half of the season last year. Overrated as fuck. Kristaps Porzingis. He's not bad, but he's just overrated as fuck. Overrated as fuck. Every time New York gets a fucking rookie in any of their fucking sports, they think they did the shit with Odell Beckham Jr. They think that they got the best rookie in the history of the goddamn league. They really do. Delusional as fuck. Bitch ass motherfucking major media market organizations. Real true Knicks fans know that the problem is James Dolan. It will always be fucking James Dolan. All they did was do a fucking bandages so no one would criticize Phil Jackson. That's all they fucking did was put a few fucking bandages on the team. That's not a fucking... Even if they went to the playoffs, they're getting a lower seed because they still can't beat the top teams in the East. Nothing has changed in the East. The Pistons still got the same team and they added on to it. Pistons will be better than they was last year. I'm calling right now. They're going to be one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the East. Alright? Raptors still the second best team after Cleveland in the fucking East. Alright? Raptors, they only lost Biyombo. I'm liking the way that kid Pirtle looking in fucking Summer League. Norman Powell upped his game. We got a solid young pieces coming into this onto this team, man. We're going to be okay without Biyombo. The key was re-signing DeMar DeRozan. Alright? We got him back. That's all we needed. That's all we fucking needed. Then we got Jared Sullinger, who's a fucking Raptors killer. I'm excited about that. We added on to our fucking team, man. We didn't lose much. You know what I'm saying? These teams ain't going nowhere. Raptors still your daddy in that division, Knicks fans. The Atlantic division is still the Raptors division. Boston got a better chance of winning the division if we don't do what we're supposed to do. I'm giving a better chance to the Boston Celtics right now. Alright? At least they've been to the fucking playoffs in the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Fucking delusional ass Knicks fans, shut the fuck up. Your team is garbage. And then the Bulls fans, which we don't know what the fuck we doing in our organization, so we made these moves to take the heat off of us. John fucking Paxson and Gar Forman, ugly ass. They can't get shit right. They got a soft ass fucking coach of Fred Hoiberg. Jimmy Butler walked all over this nigga. And they think D-Wade gonna come in there in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavs just because they got D-Wade. First of all, you got to make sure you can put Rajon Rondo's ass in check because he played with a good center in DeMarcus Cousins last year and still couldn't get it done. And can Rajon Rondo get along with Jimmy Butler all year? We'll see about that. This is about to act decent. They got some decent pieces on the Bulls. I will say this about the Bulls. They got a better chance of getting in the top 5 and top 6 positions than the Knicks do. You know what I'm saying? But the Bulls, y'all still trash. Y'all still not better than Detroit. I don't even think y'all better than Indiana right now, man. Paul George is a fucking killer, dog. I don't think y'all better than... And Miles Turner gonna keep coming on, man. That Indiana team is scary, man. They scared the shit out of my Raptors in the playoffs, man. Y'all not even better than Indiana. Charlotte's still gonna be there. I know the Wizards gonna get back in. The East is just a lot tougher. In the East, those days are gone when you go from like worst to 4th place in the conference. Worst to 2nd, worst to 1st, worst to 3rd. Those days are gone. The East is tough. Western Conference is garbage now. It's all about the Eastern Conference now, man. The Western Conference is a 1 or 2 team conference right now. The Warriors and Spurs. That's all it is right now. Nobody else matters right now. Alright? Nobody else is contending in the fucking West. Alright? I might give Memphis a slight chance. But nobody else is competing in the fucking West. All right. The East has about 11 to 12 fucking teams. Milwaukee gonna be back up in that bitch. Trust me, Milwaukee's a scary team because they're gonna be an agitating ass team because they got some long ass fucking people. Fucking Antetokounmpo and that nigga Don Maker, they're gonna be irritating as fuck to go against it. Jabari Parker. They took a vacation last year. They're gonna be back this year. You know what I'm saying? They was coming on towards the end of I saw their games on League Pass last year. They coming on. But Detroit and Toronto will still be teams in front of the fucking Knicks and Bulls right now. Stand in the back of the line while the rest of us real fucking teams in the East try to go battle Cleveland for this fucking title. Fuck out of here. Now let me get to my Lions. Fuck it. Training camp, mini camp, or no, training camp right now. The rookies have reported back on Saturday. It's day 3. I'm doing this video on Monday, 25th. So it's day 3. And some interesting stuff coming out of the rookies. The veterans report on Thursday. So really, training camp really begins on Thursday, but there's some interesting stuff. This is going to be a season for the Lions, in my opinion. This is going to be a season where I really believe the Lions are going to go one or two ways. It's going to be a team that's either just like the 1-17 we saw last year, or they're going to be the team that we saw in the second half last year when they went 6-2. Alright. I mean, one of them two teams, because they don't got an identity right now. I agree with one of the dudes in the comment section. Shout out to all my commenters, by the way, man. Shout out to all of y'all in the last video, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Thanks for the support, man. And again, shout out to Jonte Chase. I've been watching your videos, man. I know, man. I've been trying to I've been trying to get on here, man. I've just been too busy, man. But I got y'all, man. And yeah, man. But this gonna be a year, man, where the Lions are gonna be just super interested, especially in training camp in the preseason, because Bob Quinn built this team up because there's a lot of roster battles on this team, a lot of roster and position battles on this fucking team. Both sides of the football have about at least 5 open positions right now. Like, dudes are literally competing for starting jobs this year, dog. It's not too many dudes got their jobs locked up right now. Not too many. Dudes that got drafted got to compete for jobs. And this was a really solid draft class this year, man. So these dudes, they're going to put in the work, man. And one of the dudes that I'm really excited about hearing that he's got a chance to start is my nigga. Y'all know that's my favorite draft pick this year, and one of my favorite draft picks in the last few years. Miles fucking hard hit on one time in their ass Killebrew. Miles Killebrew, who's looking impressive from what I heard in the first 2 days, man. And one of the things that I'm loving about what I'm hearing about Miles Killebrew, and this is the one key about Miles Killebrew that I'm really liking. He has aspirations to be a head coach, to be a coach one day, man. He has aspirations. So you know what that means, right? He's got leadership down. He's gonna be a fucking leader on this team. And when you have guys like that, I'm not saying that dudes that are coaches usually, become good players, because a lot of them don't. A lot of them go into coaching really early, like when they're in their 20s. They play a few years in the league. Like I believe Tony Dungy did that. Herm Edwards, guys like that did that when they were playing in the league. But Miles Killebrew is here to stay, though. Miles Killebrew will have about a 10 to 15 year career easily, as long as he avoids a lot of injuries and stuff like that. But Miles Killebrew has a chance to beat out Raphael Bush for that job. Remember my last video, I was talking about another year or two down the line when this dude was even talked about getting a starting job. Raphael Bush, they said it's his job to lose. And for me, I'm a team guy first. That's why I got on Calvin Johnson in the last video, because I'm a team guy first. I want, in the last video, I want y'all to read in the comment section when me and Man Beast was talking. I want y'all to go back in there and read what we was writing, because me and Man Beast are the same type of people when we on our stance when it comes to team and players. We are team first dudes. We like our fair share of players, but we put the team ahead of them. At the end of the day, I'm a Lions fan before I'm a Miles Killebrew fan. So if Raphael Bush is looking better than Miles Killebrew, that's what I'm going with. Just like with Calvin Johnson, I'm riding with Marvin Jones, Golden Tate, TJ Jones, whoever the fuck is in that receiver core right now. That's who the fuck I'm riding with. All right. So if Raphael Bush is better than Killebrew, that's who I'm riding with. All right. I'm a team first guy. Whoever the better safety for the job, that's who I'm going with. I'm hoping Miles Killebrew wins it, but I'm absolutely okay if Raphael Bush wins it. I just want the best dude to be in there. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Just have the best dude in there at safety. Okay. But I'm really excited though, because I really do like Miles Killebrew, and I hope he gets in there. So we'll see what happens. It's that's gonna be part of the top battle that I watch for now. Now I'm knowing that Miles Killebrew actually had a chance to start. Because one thing about Bob Quinn, when he drafts rookies, he puts pressure on the rookies, man. He does, man. He puts a lot of pressure on rookies. He doesn't just hand them spots. And he has a short leash on them. That's what I like about Bob Quinn. He will not tolerate rookies being bust. He would get rid of their asses real quick. So if he feels like, because that's what New England does. New England do not stick by their draft picks that long if they don't contribute to the team like they're supposed to. So that's good. Another guy I'm interested in, Kyle Van Noy. I'm hearing that he's got a shot. And the team has not given up on him yet, even though this is his third year now. They have not given up on him yet. And this is just tradition anyways. It's harder for teams to give up on their second round draft picks. Everyone knows that. So I understand. I get it. It's hard to give up on. I get it. I totally get it. And so I'm happy about that though, because I think Kyle Van Noy should have another shot. Kyle Van Noy still has a lot of potential, like DeAndre Levy did in his first few seasons. There's a lot of potential, man. I hope we really start to see it out of Kyle Van Noy, what we were supposed to see out of the draft. I hope we really start to see it out of him. So it'll be interesting. A'Shawn Robinson looking like a day one starter. He still got to compete because that defensive line is really deep right now. The ends aren't so deep, but the tackles are definitely deep. But A'Shawn looking like he should probably seal that shit up though. Everybody just knows it's this offensive line. Now, here's the one battle on the offensive side that I'm interested in the most. There's two battles actually that I will put at the top right now. It's the center position on the offensive line, and it's the running back position. Let me start with the offensive line, because it's going to be Travis Swanson. Against Graham Glasgow from Michigan. Now, I'm hoping Graham Glasgow wins this because I think he's more solid and more put together franchise center. He's like Raiola as far as he could be here like 15 fucking years and be the starting center all the time. I just trust him more than Travis Swanson was ass last year. Travis Swanson was better as a guard. He's not a true center. He didn't really transition over well as center to me. He really didn't. He was trash. He was fumbling the ball and shit. He was letting the Vikings come through and sack the shit out of fucking Matthew Stafford. I want Graham Glasgow in there. I just want new dudes, new faces on that line. Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, these type of niggas, man. I want these niggas to start right away. So that's going to be an interesting one I look at. Another interesting battle at running back is going to be Zach Zenner against Stephen Ridley. Now, last week we had a chance to pick up Arian Foster, but he practiced with Miami first. And when I heard that he was going to work out with the Dolphins first, I said, He ain't coming back up here. They're going to keep him down there. They're going to keep him down there. So, I wasn't surprised by that. But yeah. Zach Zenner against Stephen Ridley. Now, if you ask me who do I want, I actually want Stephen Ridley to make the team, but I want Zach Zenner to make it over him, though, because Zach Zenner is a power back, and we're kind of missing that with no Drake Bell now. We need someone who could break tackles. Someone who could, we could use him in those short screen games, too, and he could just knock the wind out of people. You know, like he got his wind knocked out of him. But he could blast motherfuckers, man. He got a lot of potential. But I like Stephen Ridley, though, especially as a pass catcher. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that battle, but those are some interesting battles going into camp this year that I'm really looking forward to in preseason. Our first preseason game, I believe it's the Friday after the Olympics on the 12th against the Steelers, so I can't wait for that game. We'll be on the road against Ben Roethlisberger and them boys. Going to be interesting. Interesting year. Last thing I want to talk about the Lions is opening up the season against Andrew Luck fucking ass. Y'all know I can't stand the fucking Colts and I hate Andrew Luck. This goody two shoes, he could do no wrong. Overrated ass. Now he's an overpaid ass turnover machine motherfucker. They always put this motherfucker ahead of fucking Matthew Stafford, and I want Matthew Stafford to completely demolish this motherfucker. Okay. I want Matthew Stafford to beat the Colts week 1 because I feel like this is a message sent to the rest of the league. We beat the Colts at their house week 1 with a chance to go 2-0 because we beat the Titans. Okay. And the first 2 games are 2 games that I want the most. Well, I want the Cowboys game. I always want the Packers games. I want the Vikings games. You know what I'm saying? I want the Saints game because of that one Saints fan that 3-on-3 Hitman was going at now. I want the Giants because I hate New York. I don't hate the Giants, but I hate New York City, though. But the first 2 games are games that I want the most because of what happened in 2012. Starting with the Titans, I felt like when the Titans beat the Lions in the last seconds of that ball game, that Hail Mary play, I'm telling y'all right now, our season was not the same after that. I think we went 1-2 after that. Then we go 1-2 that season to start the year. And the Tennessee game was the 3rd game of the season after we beat the Rams first. I'm trying to remember right now. Yeah, because we lost to the 49ers. And it was just a down effect from there. You know, we didn't win a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? We just did not win a lot of games. And we had a horrible fucking run in the second half of the season. But I felt like our season was not the same after that overtime loss against the Titans. And we don't beat the Titans either, man. Every time we face the fucking Titans, we just don't beat them. We just don't. So that's one of the games I want the most. And then the Colts. The Colts beat us the same way. I'll never forget the way we lost to the fucking Colts and Andrew Luck in his first season in the league. I just hate those fucking games, man. I want fucking revenge so badly. So badly against those fucking teams, man. So badly. I want to get it. I don't even hate the Titans, but I do hate the fucking Colts. And I want to get that because I believe if we beat the Colts, we'll go 2-0. And that will take a lot of pressure off of us when we go inside the division. We have to beat Green Bay and Chicago on the road. A lot of pressure off of us. Because we could be staring 1-3 in the face by the time we go back home. So I want to get those games, man. I really do. But we'll see what happens. But I'll do another Lions video, you know, seeing what's going on when the veterans report to training camp. Try to do one for the Olympics start. So look for one the next week. You know, I'm going to definitely do one. I'm going to go over what I see in training camp and more news on the battles. But definitely pay attention to Miles Killebrew, Graham Glasgow, the linebacker war with Kyle Benoit, and the running back. And there's a lot of position battles. Those aren't the only ones. There's a lot more than that. But those are the top 4 that I'm paying attention to for right now. But thanks for y'all watching. Thanks to all my commenters. Thanks to the Detroit Braves Everybody Coalition, One Part Writers. Keep making good videos. I'll see y'all on the next ad. Peace out. And oh yeah, Brian Lewis, I'm going to definitely get to All or Nothing this week. I'm going to let you know after I watch it what's going on.